we all get too romantic about too many notions. And yes, okay, they were hunting me. Bigfoot is very and not too friendly. Well, are you a colonizer? Or what type of human are you? I mean, we have four different types of humans in the document of Genesis alone. That doesn't mean go serve the Black Cube Yahweh supercomputer because I have mentioned a reference to a document. Okay? So, okay. Last human reset was 1728. If the benevolent Sasquatch are also the spirits of the land, then Seventh Fire Messenger says they do not recognize the colonizer. So the thing is, was this? We've all the humans at some point we got injected with reptilian DNA. Okay, we're all I don't know why we think the Sasquatch are less human than us. Okay, human DNA. Okay, so obviously I wouldn't remember this either. I was not prepared for there to be reptilian Sasquatch. So obviously we have reptilian Sasquatch based on their behavior. So we have Sasquatch that are more reptilian than some reptilians, obviously, because I've seen one reptilian that just needs a proper cup of tea, and he's wearing a button-down shirt and he's been called a draconian beast. And never mind, that beast is even. He's whatever. But I'm talking, so point being is so obviously we have people with reptilian features that are not so much in the behavior. And we have some, so there are many reptilian Sasquatch, right? That's what the deal is, okay? But there's way too many. The Good Samaritan stories, no human can touch the good, the Good Samaritan Sasquatch stories, hardly a human can touch. Because they can't even set a fire to cook their flesh. Yeah, that's what you're talking about. You're talking about vulnerable. They can't even set a fire anymore. They don't want to eat their meat raw, their flesh raw. Who says they don't want to eat flesh at all? You know what I'm saying? Can they go in the store and get clean drinking water in a bottle? No, they're depending on reality and what's real. Okay, so I'm just saying. Okay. That's why that's why I don't like just I don't get into these channels too much. Like, yes, I know we got to give the truth. The truth is, but the thing is, we also have to look at ourselves. What are you, sir? Were you out there with metal? Were you out there with a gun? Were you carrying a gun? Okay. You got to understand. Were you hunting? And then you marveling that you got hunt? Were you? I'm not listening to 43 minutes of this. Were you hunting, sir? And then what? Wait a second, I'm being hunted. Well, is it one of those scenarios? Okay, but that's what we get. We get way too romantic. I know I'm not trying to pick on, but they got just everything's your relative. What does it matter if the rattlesnake is my relative or not when it's about to bite my ass? I don't give a rat's ass. My uncle. I thought it was good old boy farmer, lost fingers, and I thought, salt to the earth. He ended up owning 3 banks, meaning he's just completely possessed or always a soulless human. Banks, they make $9 on your one. They loan out. If you give me $1, I'm going to hold it, never give it back to anyone. Because anytime they want to borrow some of this, I'm going to give them 9 times more than I create out of thin air. That's okay. You get what I'm saying? So, you want to look for you want to look for your possessed. You go to Wall Street. You go to your churches. You go to the pulpit. You go to the choir if you want to see the possessed. You go to the temples where nothing is sacred. Nothing sacred, just blood. What you call it? Just temple. I already got a temple. What, for bleeding an animal? Oh, what do you think a temple's for, dude? There's a pyramid. Yeah, human resets. Not native, not indigenous. Okay, so just remember this. Guys. And any Sasquatch lying about we're spinning. Yeah. Yes, I had to give the benevolent Sasquatch do not lie to children about an absurd impossibility of spinning planets. So you can get that off your say. So I have no idea why I'm not the Sasquatch whisperer. I'm talking really. I have no idea why I'm not the benevolent Sasquatch whisperer. Just throwing that out there.